Many of us in this room have been working on transit for a long time, and many of us remember all the many steps and hurdles that were necessary to cobble together the capital funding for the Green Line Central Corridor project. It was incredible work and a great heroic effort by so many people. You know, I first had my first conversation about the Central Corridor Light Rail Line 20 years ago. And I'm happy to say I'm going to be here next year when it opens. It's pretty darn exciting. Yay! And you know, we've made great progress, and it's so exciting to see that light rail line open next year. But let's not wait another 20 years to open the next light rail line in this region. When we fall behind in our region, we lose out to our competitor regions. That federal share partnership, it goes elsewhere. It goes to Dallas, it goes to Denver, it goes to Houston, Seattle, you name it. It's not coming here unless we get our act together on this transit financing long run. So let's think about a new scenario, because there is a new scenario that's possible today. I'm very proud to work for Governor Mark Dayton. Governor Dayton has proposed a budget that's fair, and it ends gimmicks and one-time fixes. He cares about the future and building for the future. He has proposed a budget with an additional $250 million annually for transit capital and operating. So this funding will be raised through a quarter-cent sales tax in the 7-county metro area. And it will greatly accelerate the build-out of our regional transit system and our transit ways. It will expand our local bus service, our express bus service. It'll allow us to build streetcars, rapid bus, LRT, and BRT. This is a significant investment in the infrastructure for this region, and we need to get on board to support it. You know, a recent survey that was led by the 3 regional chambers was pretty telling. A great thanks to the Minneapolis Chamber, the St. Paul Area Chamber, and the Twin West Chamber for really asking the tough questions. If you want transit, will you be willing to pay for it? What they found is there is broad support from Minnesotans to support a transit-dedicated sales tax. In fact, nearly 2/3 of Minnesotans said they would support raising revenue with a transit-dedicated sales tax. And a metro-wide sales tax is what our peer regions use, and there's a reason they do. It makes sense. It keeps pace with demand, it grows with the population, and it's paid for by the people who benefit from the services, both those who live in the region and those people who visit the region. So what would it buy? If you haven't stopped by those 2 maps over there, you can see before and after. I hope you'll take a look at them. So just a couple of things to note. There should be something in there for everyone in this region. A 1% annual expansion of our base bus system, and that's for suburban transit providers and metro transit providers. There'd be bus rapid transit or LRT in the new Gateway Corridor in the East Metro, depending on what the local alternative option is selected. There'd be the extension of the Southwest LRT Corridor, the extension of that green line from St. Paul into Eden Prairie. Well, the list goes on. We'd be able to build the extension of the Blue Line, the Bottineau Corridor, up in the northern suburbs. We'd be able to expand BRT. Let's look at lines on Highway 169 or 212 in the Southwest Metro. And we're so excited that we are going to open a Cedar Avenue BRT from Apple Valley to Hiawatha this year. A great thanks to all the Dakota County Commissioners and the CTIB who've worked so hard on that project. And we could open 12 additional arterial BRTs. So this is really an investment in the future of our state and the future of our region. And everyone is a winner with this scenario. But you know, regional economic success is not just about building a transit line, as much as I do love those transit lines. I don't know if anyone here has ever been a Sunday school teacher. I was a Sunday school teacher for about 12 years. It's really a fun volunteer experience. You get the craziest questions you could ever possibly imagine that you cannot answer. And I'm going to tell you a little story. There was a little boy in Sunday school, and his teacher had just read the story of Jonah and the whale. And the teacher asked the class, well, what is the moral of the story, class? And the little boy shot his hand up and he said, swallowing people makes whales throw up. Well, not exactly. And you know what? If we go around telling Minnesotans that the point of the governor's sales tax is to build more transit lines, then we've missed the mark, just like this little boy. Transit expansion is a means to an end. The end is job growth. The end is economic prosperity. The end is the quality of the life in this region. It's ultimately about people. It's about where they're going to live and where they're going to work.